Hello everyone, I am Blankara. Today I'm going to continue rigging Shalom from Path to Nowhere. Pardon me. So, last time, I think I have the major parts of the hair pretty much done. Just a little bit of corrections I want to do in this last clump that I was working on yesterday. But they're all fairly minor, so I'm hoping that won't take too long. That can be hard to say, because I do tend to obsess over small details. So let's get started. So what I was noticing was that it was just kind of twitching very slightly. Yeah, that actually made it worse. Let's go back. Okay. Just that looked like it was twitching very slightly to me, and I'm trying to find the source of it. I think it's around the highlight. Thought it was around here, but no, I think it's actually here. My hand just really wants to touch the claw. Apparently finds the claw very amusing. Not that I can blame it. And here I am, just continually selecting the wrong layers while I try to figure out how to go about fixing this. So I'll just be making tiny adjustments for a little bit to try to figure out what's wrong here. It can be a bit hard to tell sometimes. It's probably going to take me a couple of tries to get it right, but I think I'm figuring it out. There's some stuff around here, and exactly where all of those vertices should go. Okay, now this is looking a little bit flat. So let's see if I can't curve that a little bit more. Always happy to curve things. Circles are great. They make everything just so much more energetic. So much more fun to look at. Okay, so how are we doing? No, it's still just not doing it. Okay. Well, all I can really do is just keep trying things and see what I figure out. This one's just being a little bit elusive for me, so I'm gonna do some intense staring and really try to find the source of what I think is bothering me. Okay, I think I see a little piece here. I think just bringing that over will actually help a little bit. Probably this too. Yes, that helped considerably, actually. Nice. Okay. Always nice when it's relatively simple. I do feel like this corner is going up just a little bit. Try to bring them down just a tiny bit. That might have been a little bit too much. But man, I was hoping that this would be an easy change, but it seems like art just does not want to cooperate with me today. That's alright. I'll figure it out in the end. It'll only be difficult for so long. And as long as I keep trying things, eventually I'll find the solution. Just gotta look very carefully. Very, very carefully. So I'm gonna be doing some very intense staring here. Very, very intense staring. To I think that's probably good. Let's take a look. Did that get it? I think I got that part at least. Let me see. Okay, there's still some squirming I don't like going on right in there. And see, this is why I always like to take one last look before I declare an area finished. One last look. Get a good understanding of where everything is and look at everything with fresh eyes. Makes it easier to spot mistakes. Okay, and then the strand at the bottom I think is getting a little bit too straight there. Let's pull him back over to the left. And there's just a little bit of shifting upward. So I'll just pull these vertices down just a little bit. Just a teeny tiny bit. See if that fixed that problem. This is probably all fine. Take a look out here. It's like I see just a tiny bit of shifting, but yeah, it's not at all noticeable when I zoom out. You can see where I'm zoomed out is all down here, so I'm actually at 133%. As opposed to just 100%, so it should definitely be fine. Which means it is finally time to start adding the strands back in. Hooray, I think. It's okay, I've actually been kind of looking forward to doing that, just because I do think they add some nice volume to the hair. And now they'll be back. Alright. So this one is just way out of whack. So we gotta do a lot of moving here. And that means for at least a little while, I'll have an easy time because doing these big movements, super easy. Alright, how are we doing? Getting started when everything already looks good like this. Like when I don't have to deal with that early part of making a new drawing where everything just kind of looks bad and I know it's going to be a while before I even start liking my picture. When I don't have to deal with that, it's like, oh yeah, making the big changes, nice and easy. Everything super shifted downward, so let's bring it on back up. Alright, we're getting somewhere now. Still looks like it's a little bit too low. But that's pretty easy to fix. When you're moving everything this much, everything is easy to fix. Nothing matters, and it's lovely. Okay, so I think that's the big movements. Now let's zoom in and try to get it back into place here. See, look how fast those big movements went. It was so easy. So easy. What I say, if you have any interest in trying rigging, I highly recommend it. If you're less of a perfectionist than I am, you probably won't even suffer on hair as much as I do. It'll be wonderful. Such a good time. Just can't help it. I like to make all the things that I work on look really nice. Alright. So I think I've gotten... Oh, that actually doesn't move quite like I thought it did. Okay, I thought it ended up, like, over here, but it actually doesn't. Okay, well, let's start at the top. I kind of want to start at the top. Right now, I'm kind of looking at this highlight, because that seems to be the main point where they connect. Oh, I also see some stuff up here. Okay, maybe I should start with the stuff up here. It's very subtle, but I see that pink spot shifting in a way I don't like. Just this spot right there. Needs to be a little bit further this way, I think. Kind of interesting that I cut these to overlap so precisely like this. I'm not actually sure if that was a good idea, if I'm being honest. But we shall see. We'll see how it works out. I'm pretty sure I can make it work. Not really that big a deal. Okay, looks like I pulled some things a little bit too far up. So I will just grab my brush and pull things down just a little bit over there. Yeah, that's a bit better. Okay, now I want to look at this highlight. Still see some shifting further down, but I just want to look at this higher part for the time being. Actually, it doesn't look too bad, does it? It's quite close. Probably won't take much time at all to really get in there and make it all look good. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now I can worry about these parts down here. And really try to get all of this into the right place. So let's see here. How exactly do I think this should... How exactly should this look? I think it's actually going to be something more like this. A little further back here. Man, I really did separate this area just a little bit weirdly, didn't I? Oh, it's fine. I think it still looks good. Just pull that down a bit, as it felt like it was shifting strangely. Okay. Okay, got a little bit of shifting upward here. Just from when I thought the tip was in a different spot, probably. I'll just try to get some of this into the right spot, and then I think the details will sort themselves out. That tends to be how it goes, really. I don't know what to do, I just look for any problem I can and try to get it a little bit closer. And then when I do that, a lot of the time, either identify the problem or I just miraculously... Man, I cannot talk today. It just gets fixed on its own, like magic. Note to self, don't do hard words today. Your tongue, it does not want to make the words. Oh, no, not that there. This one. And continuously picking the wrong spot. Okay. I've gotten used to its shenanigans. Okay. So I'm not quite sure what I'm seeing this strand here, but it's doing something I don't like, so I'm just gonna poke at it and hope the magic happens. So, here we are. Like I have some idea of where it's shifting wrong, at least. Like there, I felt like it was a little bit too fat. Now I just think it needs to come out this way a little bit more. On the side there. Something like that. I don't know. I don't know at all. Yeah, I think it's a little better, though. But the way these two areas are interacting, it's not quite right. I'm deciding which area needs to be fixed. Is it this strand that I'm just adding in now? Or is it the strand that I was... the side bang, basically? I think it might be the strand that I'm working on now. I kind of want it to be because I don't want to have to work on the side bang again. So I'm hoping it's not wishful thinking, and that's actually the problem. Because otherwise I'll have to go touch that area of the side bang again, and I'm terrified. Alright. Moment of truth. Yeah, it's looking like it's the side bang, unfortunately. Okay. Oh, let's go in. See about fixing some of this. At least now I don't have to be as particular about the way things are on the side there. Because it's covered by the little bang. That's a little better. Good, it looks like this won't be too hard at all, just because part of it is underneath the bang now, so I don't have to be quite as scared. Just let it do its thing. And everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. Okay, now I can go back to the bang here, because I feel like this part is shifting upward, but there's some stuff here that's shifting downward. I'll try to get the spacing in these vertices a little bit better. And I'll see if that helps at all. Okay, now the tip is pointing the wrong direction. Just go flip. Go flip. Be curly and cute. Okay. Not that cute. A little bit less curly and cute. Looks like it's getting close, though. Yeah, pretty close. Needs to be a bit longer. Something like that, maybe? Yeah, that's much closer. And then I just need to adjust the vertices around it a little bit because I see it shifting downward. And that actually looks a little bit weird on the little tip here. Sometimes I'm bothered by shifting like that, other times I'm not. In this case, I kind of was, so. Just really comes down to how noticeable it is. Alright, and after a little bit of a rocky start, I think I'm getting my groove on here. Everything seems to be working out for me. And every time I make a change, it seems to actually be helping, so that makes it pretty easy to keep going. It can get pretty frustrating when it feels like no matter what change I make, nothing really seems to get better, but nah, with every little tweak I make, it's definitely getting better here. So it's working out. Okay, I think I still need to slide some of these a little bit further up. Just a little bit, like right around here. Get this shadow area in the right spot. Okay, that was a little bit too much. Man, I'm surprised. I thought I barely moved that at all. Maybe it was just this one that I moved too much. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, and the way it stretches, I think actually shows the turn quite well. This little spot here gets a little bit wider. So I think that looks good. Let's do the next one. Okay, looks like the next one is this little guy. So I'm going to come kind of straight down from here and connect down there. I can do that. Time to get the big brush again. Just drag him on out. Drag him on out from under there. Can't hide anymore. It's time to come out. Time to come out into the spot you were meant to be. I don't know, something like that. That seems like good for a first draft. Okay. And indeed, it was fine for a first draft, but it's way in the wrong spot. That's to kind of be expected, though. I never get it right the first try. Always takes me a little bit. Yeah, but it already looks a lot better. To the point that I think I'm ready to just go in and do small tweaks. Currently we have incorrect roundness here. But it's okay. I'll go put it right where it should be. I'll just get it all on in there. Man, that's super crunchy. Let's see if this is getting to be in the correct spot before I really start cleaning up the crunchiness. It's getting there. I think I'm actually gonna bring the brush back out. And just kinda push things in a little bit. Nah. That wasn't quite what I wanted. I think the big problem is there's shifting, and it's shifting downward. Okay, so I want to pull the vertices up. I'm being pretty gentle and careful about it. Don't want to hit him too hard. Something like that. Yeah, and then when I make it connect a little bit higher, that should look really good. Might have to correct some crunchiness and all that good stuff, but still, I think it's getting into place just fine. Something like that. Okay, a little bit too high. Little bit too high. Okay, now it's coming out a little bit too far. And in a way that I don't think looks very good. So I'll tuck it back in. Okay, and the rest is just getting the overall shape right and all that good stuff. I could probably do it with the brush, and honestly, I think I will. Just a smaller one. Well zoomed in. Now, back to the small details, now that I feel like I have a lot of the big ones kind of figured out. Honestly, it's already kind of fun seeing all the extra little strands coming in. I thought the hair was full and poofy before, but with all of these little pieces, it's getting that much fuller, that much poofier. Making it look much more hair-like, in my opinion. So maybe something like that. Yeah, just a little bit more. A little bit more. Do the other side too to kind of keep the triangle straight. Oh yeah, look at that. It's really close now. I think I have the top right, so now I can work on the bottom. Needs to be a little bit longer down there. And is that right? I actually think it is, yes. The rest, I think, is just going to be tiny, tiny tweaks. Where I get the roundness around here right again. And then just kind of get rid of some of the crunchier areas. Get everything nice and smooth. It still looks a little bit crunchy to me, a little bit warped. But I want to see how the movement itself is. Movement itself is good, I think. Alright. Let's correct these crunchies. Where'd it go? This one. Here we are. Autosave trying to help me out and pausing my work for a little bit. That's okay. I still appreciate you, autosave. I'm glad you exist. I can deal with the occasional bit of stuttering for not losing more than, what, I think I have it set every 15 minutes. I think by default it's less, but I was having issues with my personal model. My personal model is quite large. I think it was like 600 something layers. Most of which are in the dress and some stuff below the waist that nobody really sees. But hey, if I ever want to do something with the lower part of my model, it's there, and it looks good. I did get a little bit lazy with it by the end because, well, I just kind of wanted to get started. I was ready to get started. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I had a lot of fun with the physics on the dress. If you're ever curious about what the lower part of my model looks like, I do have the entire thing and a design sheet posted on all of my social media. So you can always go check it out. If you're curious, let me know what you think. I think a lot of the big bangness in my design is unfortunately in the lower half, but It's okay. I'm still happy with the upper half too. I really like the hair on my model. This is why I'm paying so much attention to the hair here in this model of Shalom, because hair is very important with anime characters. There's just always so dang much of it, you know? Right, time for the next strand. On a roll today. Oh. Thank you. Just putting it on the wrong keyframe again. Needs to come up here. This strand looks like it'll be pretty easy. I think if I get the top and bottom in the right place, that's probably 90% of the work done. Another 5% just getting the thickness right, and the other 5% getting the roundness right. Yep. So yeah, I already feel like it's mostly done. The joy of little strands. And because I have them all separated like this, they're pretty easy to work with. Yeah, there we go. Now we zoom in a little bit and get a smaller brush in order to handle the rest. And then I can make these tiny, tiny movements. Okay, let's see. Now I just want to go top to bottom again and just very carefully work out all the shifting that I see. Very gently, very carefully. Nope, needs to be a little bit higher and a little bit straighter. I'll just be doing these kinds of gentle movements here. And I'll even go in and just directly adjust everything at the vertices. Use my hands directly, one at a time. Alright. I think that top part there still needs to be a little bit higher. Just a little bit higher there. And where it attaches to the rest of the hair. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. And then just at the bottom here. That's what I was staring at for so long. Just kind of figuring out what I wanted to do down here. And I think it's a little bit too low. So I'll just bring it up just a little bit. Yep, I thought I overdid it. It is indeed too high now. So I'll just bring it down and over to the side just a little bit here. I think that's where it needs to be. That will be this strand of hair's new home. Oh, still a little bit too high. Okay, let's try again. Man, I must have really overdone it with that initial push. It's okay, that happens sometimes. No. It can be easy to just overdo the movement if you're not careful. It's okay, I'll try to be a little bit more careful. Nope. Nope. Now it's shifting downward here. Like I have some parts shifting up, some parts shifting down. Always a bit confusing when that happens. So I gotta be careful. Still feels like compression to me. Or I have some parts shifting up and some parts shifting down. So I'm just gonna try to find some of those points and try to get them where they need to be. Alright, time to do some very intense staring. Stare super intensely at that tiny strand of hair. Try to find the parts that are shifting weirdly. Okay, guess it was mostly just that. There's a tiny bit still, but it's not really noticeable. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's do the next one. Okay, right here. Let's see, where are you supposed to be? Over the ear. Connecting at the highlights. Down into that area. Okay. I can remember that. Not that one. There it is. Okay. Lost the strand for a second there. Okay, so we connect at the highlight. We go over the ear. And we go into that strand. Or something like that. I think it's a little further into the ear. Yeah, definitely lots of shifting, but it was a good start. Good start. Oh, it actually connects on this side. Okay. Some things I can never see clearly until I actually zoom in. Higher up on that side. So yes, when I'm rigging, even the tiniest of details is important. That's why I tend to, hang out at like 300 to 600% zoom. Gotta go in there, see all the details. Can't miss a single one. Not even want things to look really good. Alright. Okay, getting there. You're working with all these little strands is nice. They're just so fast. Because they're so small. And have like no details on them. They are the detail. So, I just feel like I'm blazing through all this. It's just a nice change of pace compared to the very detailed bits of hair that I've been having to work with for the past few days. I've been having a good time. And I gradually Just get them to where they need to go. It looks like in order to be long enough, I do just need to make the strand a little bit longer, so there's going to be some shifting downward. It's just kind of inevitable. Otherwise, the strand will not be long enough to get to this area. But I'm going to try to minimize it. Spread it around. Oh, that this way. No one will really notice. And it's been stretched out a bit. I think this is pretty close. And I want to bring down the top a little bit more. Just to distribute the stretching a little bit better. And then the certain parts need to be rounded and stuff still, but that's all good. I'll do that kind of after I get the movement here the way I want it. How noticeable is that from out here? Oh man, but that does not look very good. Just squirming so much. What do I do about that? Okay. Well, maybe it's a sign that I shouldn't make it go that far in this side turn. Maybe I should just bring everything back up. And it just won't go all the way to the turn. Or, not to the turn. To this strand of hair. In this particular turn. Okay, that was too much. But that was to be expected. I was just pausing for a moment to consider whether or not I should start over on this strand. And just erase the deformations that I did. But no, I think it's actually easier to do it like this. Yeah, it's not that wrong. It's not so wrong that I just need to completely start from the beginning. What I have is fine. And it's already most of the way to being better, I think. Okay, that's pretty close. I actually do think I want to pull that tip out just a little bit more. I keep losing where the strand is. Kind of exciting, there's like no hidden layers over here anymore. It's like, wow. I'm actually going to finish the hair. If I don't finish it today, it's probably going to be tomorrow. That's just so wild to think about because I've been working on it for so long. Feels good, man. Feels really good. Just finally getting through it all. And then I get to start all over when I have to do it all for the right side. For the right head turn. Because alas, the hair is not even remotely symmetrical, so I have to do the entire thing from the beginning. That's okay. Honestly, I think hair looks better when it's not completely symmetrical. So even in my own stuff, a lot of the time I do not make the hair symmetrical. Although it's kind of funny because the hair is symmetrical on my personal model here. But that was more of a design choice than an ease of rigging choice. I never really thought about that, considering in pretty much everything else I've done, I'd never make the hair symmetrical. I just think hair looks better when it's got a little bit of weirdness to it, you know? A little bit of floof, a little bit of chaos. And it's hard to be chaotic and symmetrical, you know? Symmetry is very orderly. And as a result, I make my life a little bit hard by not making the hair symmetrical. I consider it worth it in the end. Alright, pretty close here. Pretty sure I'll be able to do a couple more today. May or may not get to them all. There are quite a lot, but I should definitely be able to finish the left side. Or left, that is, since I am currently doing the left side, strictly speaking. Oh yeah, I think that looks pretty good. I think that is the strand all done. Yeah. Time for the next one. Is this one I do now, or is this one that I do once I put the back hair in? No, I think I can do it now. I'll just declare it part of this bang. Okay, I think I have an idea of how this one's supposed to go. Put it on over here, kind of behind the ear. And then it does something like that. Okay. Not quite it. It's alright, I can never remember exactly how these things work out. That's why it takes me a couple of tries to really get things to where they need to go. So maybe something more like that. Closer, yes. But it's growing. Your hair does not grow when you do heads, when you just turn your head. Definitely closer. Something like that, maybe? Yeah, it's getting there. I'm gonna have to poke at it for a little while longer here. But it's getting there. It's definitely getting there. So I think about the point where I can start fixing up some of the crunchiness. Get everything nice and smooth. Doing so will probably actually help me figure out where everything needs to go. Because I've actually found that getting rid of crunchiness is a pretty good clue that you're doing something right. And a lot of distortion is a sign that you're doing something wrong. Oh, it's still going down. Man, I was worried that I moved it too much, but guess we gotta go hard here. I pulled it really far down. That happens. It's all good. Try to get it on the right point relative to the ear there. Because everything is relative. Everything. There we go. I think that's looking pretty good. Let me just straighten out right there, and then I think that's gonna be good for this strand. These strands are truly just so simple. It's always refreshing to kind of work on something simple after working on something so complicated. It's nice to have a little break. Okay, do the next one. Oh, we're on the right side now. Okay, so this goes on top of that shadow area. Let's see how well I can move it over without just totally breaking everything. And then a little bit thicker. Something like that. Oh shoot, I put in the wrong one. Where are you? So I put it on the wrong keyframe again. Whenever I do this, I can just copy, paste, unset. And that's how I fix it. Anytime I do something like that. Okay, pretty close. Let's get it on there real good now. Just really cement its place in this new turn. Something like this, yeah. Yeah. And it's fine that it looks thinner and closer, because it should be a little bit thinner and closer. Because her head is turning. They should overlap a little bit more, I think. Alright, now that we just straighten out the tip after that. So you got straightened out a little bit while I was moving things over. It happens. I just gotta move him back a little bit. And then I just kind of want to straighten out everything there. Okay, still feel like it's curling a bit to the left. Just a bit too much. So let's straighten things out over here. Something like that. Close. Very, very close. Man, this is about the 5th strand now. Just feels like it's going so fast compared to how we've been working on everything for the past few days. Just so much progress coming all at once. Makes me happy. Just kind of trying to straighten things out through here. These things are not angled quite the way I think they should be. Okay, something like that maybe? Is that right? No, I feel like it should be a little further to the right still. Okay, let's see what I can do. I'm just gonna grab, like, the whole thing. Actually, if I'm gonna do it like that, I should just literally grab the whole thing. Just move all the vertices, all at once. Very, very carefully. I really did not want to move him too much. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. Very nice. Okay, where's the next one? Oh, we got another big one. Okay. Trying to get a good feel for where it should be. Now let's get it there. This one really is a big one, isn't it? How does this one connect anyway? Let's take a look. Strand. Yeah, I pulled it too far. Okay. But now I feel like I have a better idea of how it should be moving. So it actually connects on this side. And I can see that part in the middle of where it should be connecting there. As you can see that there's the highlight right here. It's on the same on this strand, so I think that's where it's supposed to go. Okay. Now, right through here is getting really, really stretched out. So I want to kind of put all those spots back. Yeah, it was just super, super stretched out. Yeah, and that's already doing so much better. Okay, I think I can already see that I'm gonna have to do some more roundness shenanigans here. But I wanted to see if everything was kind of getting to where it should be here. And I do feel like I'm getting somewhere. Let's just keep poking at it a little bit. And I think this will be the last strand that I do for today. I'll finish the rest of the strands and the back hair tomorrow, I think. And I actually do think I'll be able to finish them all. But we'll see. If I need one more day, then I need one more day. It's not really that big a deal. I can take as long as I want to. I'm not in a rush. Not in a rush at all. Alright, yeah, definitely getting close here. And overall, I felt like I got moved over a little bit too much. So, that's why this area isn't being covered properly. I think that's... Oh shoot, did I do it again? I did. Man, I keep doing it. I'm just not paying attention today. It's alright, it happens. Try to be more cognizant of which keyframe I am working on. It's okay. That's just a sign that I'm probably making the right choice to stop soon instead of trying to go for the final push and just do all the strands right now, even though I really want to. But I can tell that my brain is getting a bit tired, so it's probably for the best. I do want to kind of finish up what I'm doing here, though. I don't really like stopping in the middle of something unless I'm just, like, so fried that everything I do is just not working. I do have days like that. And even when the day isn't like that, after working for a while, your brain can get like that anyway. Sometimes it's just better to accept that you need a break. Just a lesson that my try-hard self has not always wanted to learn. Look, my brain does its best. Try so hard, man. Sometimes this should probably stop. Alright. Gonna go from top to bottom again. Trying to figure out where all this needs to go. Looks like that was very, very slightly too high. But not by much. Even that might have been too much of a push downward. Oh, I actually think that was just about right. Perfect. Oh. Glad it worked. Man, I actually missed a couple of extra triangles there. Oh well, I guess they'll just annoy me for a little while. It's fine. I can handle it. It's not that big a deal. Okay, so I kind of want this highlight to go a little bit further to the left. And then I think that should look a lot better. Yeah, it's a little bit rounder now too. Always happy when I can make things a little bit rounder. Yeah, I think that's looking pretty good. Okay, now this side looks like it has to be dragged over a little bit more. This way. kind of need these two shadow areas to overlap. Otherwise it won't look very good. Pull things out down here too, just to kind of even things out as I go down. Yeah, that's looking pretty good, I think. It's kind of just need to keep working my way down the strand. But I think everything up high is looking very nice. And I thought I saw that it was shifting downward. So I'll stop that from happening. Yeah, just like that. Now it's not shifting downward quite as hard. And I can just make the strand nice and round as it should be. Let's get the shape right. Trust in that the strand will not look crunchy once I have it turned the right way. And so if it is crunchy, it means I'm doing something wrong. Yeah. Okay, what am I doing wrong? Let's see. I think I needed to do something like this. Kinda round things out. Pull the tip in a little bit so it looks like it's going further back. That kind of stuff. I think that should look pretty good once I get it right. Okay, that got rid of most of the crunchies, so is it looking good now? Not quite. Not quite. But it's close. It's much closer than it was just a few minutes ago. Nope. Wrong keyframe. There we go. Caught myself this time. I call that progress. Noticing is the first step after all. Okay, I want to fix that before I check to see if everything else is right. Okay, and then right here I want to fix. I'm trying to avoid leaving just any crunchiness, because if there's any, then I know something is off. I still feel like this one is really just going down. This little vertex right here. Going too far down. Yeah, maybe a little bit too much compression. Let's pull it out just a little. Not too much, just a little bit. Okay, and then I think once I get rid of the compression here, because the strand just got super skinny, it should look pretty good. Alright, how about now? Is it there? I feel like this part is maybe too low. I don't know. Did that fix it? Yes, actually. I think it did. Okay, so that fixed that part, but I think this part is now a little bit too low. Unsurprisingly, changing one thing further up changed things further down. Because everything is relative. I'm just moving each piece relative to each other piece. Once they're all in harmony, that's when things look right. That's just how it goes. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. Yeah. Alright, and I think that's where I will end it for today. So, thank you all for coming. If you'd like me to take a look at your own creative projects, whether that be art, writing, coding, game design, any creative pursuit you can think of, feel free to message or at me on Twitter or Instagram, and I'll take a look and maybe leave some comments. I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.